Welcome to the D times 2 podcast, hosted by sisters Denise and Deborah. We are all about finding balance in the various parts of life. Using the wheel of life as our guide, we explore how to keep each spoke rolling smoothly. We discuss health and wellness, education and spirituality, as well as mental and emotional growth. Join us for real conversations, practical tips, and a few laughs as we share stories, insights, and strategies to help you create a life that feels balanced, purposeful, and designed by you. Hey, Deb.
Hi, Denise.
Good to see you today.
You too. How have you been?
Pretty good.
Good.
You have anything to share with us today?
Sure.
Okay.
I have a little bit, I'm going to say, of adventure from my last couple of days that I think ties in with what I would like to talk about today. The other morning, I did my weight training workout, so strength training, and then I put on my weighted vest. It's a 12-pound weighted vest, and I went for a 20-minute walk. It's a nice way that I like to finish my workout. And when I got home, I wanted to do a little bit of yard work. My husband was going to be mowing the lawn, and I thought I'll trim back the raspberries because they have grown up and over and back down to the grass. So there's a whole section of our yard that you just can't get to because of the forest of raspberries. If you straighten them out, they're probably 14 to 16 feet tall.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. So I got out my hedge trimmer and I was just going to trim around the edges of it. And because I was just going to do a couple minutes, I left my weighted vest on. And then I put my jacket, my raspberry jacket over it so I didn't get my arms shredded from all of the stickers on the raspberry vines. And I trimmed them all back. And then I kept going. And then I kept going.
Oh, no.
And then I had piles of raspberry debris because I basically cut it back for the year. Mm-hmm. They're done producing. I cut them back till they were knee high. And then I had this big mound that I kept bending over and going, taking it to the front yard, loading it into the truck, go back to the backyard, bend over. And I had that vest on and I wasn't thinking about it. And the back injury that I have rehabbed and re-strengthened and everything over the course of the last 10 years.
Uh-huh.
And when I finished, I was dripping sweat and took off my jacket and was like, oh no, I know better. This is not good.
No.
And like for the rest of the day, for the next day, my low back hurt so much and felt so unstable and like it was just going to slip off of my spine if I moved wrong because I had done something I knew better than to do. It was fine to wear that weighted vest if I was upright in good neutral posture, but I was not.
You're bending over.
I just was in the zone, working in the zone, and then I really ended up overdoing it. So to counteract part of that, my husband offered to take me fishing that evening so I could just relax in the chair on the bank of the river and watch the sunset and all of that. But we both took our fishing poles, and he got mine ready to go first, and I took him to a spot I thought would be great because we would be out of the sun. He likes the shade. And I didn't realize how kind of shaded it was. We were kind of sitting in a canopy of trees, and one of the trees had a branch going out over the river with a rope swing on it to like swing and drop into the water.
Fun.
And my thought as I was sitting there ready to cast was, I bet I can get that rope swing on the very first try. And I did.
Good job.
So I hooked it, my line wrapped all around it, and then I just kept looking at it thinking, I know I'm supposed to be sitting here relaxing, but I think I can climb that tree and I can shinny out on that branch and untangle my line.
Oh my gosh.
And I did.
Good job.
I was up there 12 feet and out about another 12 feet over the water. And I turned around to my husband and said, when's the last time you saw a 50-something-year-old woman climbing a tree like this just to get her fishing line untangled? So anyway, I did it. And the good thing is that I didn't overdo more. Okay. I was very cautious and deliberate. I got my line untangled and I hooked the rope swing up over the branch so it wouldn't be in the way anymore. But I just thought, the things I was able to do because I have made fitness a priority, even though I overdo sometimes, I can still rebound out of it if I will give myself the time to recover. I did take the whole next day to recover. So
I think I would have paid money to see you climb on a tree.
I couldn't believe he didn't have his phone out recording, because I sure would have. But I sat there looking at it for probably 2 minutes, and I was like, I can do it. I can get that line. And sure enough, I did.
And he was thinking, I hope she doesn't catch that line.
He was. He was. Yep.
That's funny.
But I got it on my first try.
Good job.
Yeah.
So you overdid it and then relaxed and had a good time relaxing.
Yes.
Good.
We had a great time.
Good.
Yeah.
And how does that segue into what we're talking about today?
So today I want to talk about physical fitness, health, longevity.
Okay.
One of the things that universally comes up for people is they want to lose weight, or they want to get stronger, or they want to lean out. Regardless of where you are, it's getting a strong, lean, toned body has less to do with eating less and doing more.
Oh, yeah.
Than it has to do with working with your body rather than against it. So most women unknowingly really sabotage their results by following bad, outdated advice. So they overtrain, they undereat, and then ultimately end up overstressing their systems. So they really drive some negative hormonal response in their body because they're trying to do more, eat less, and puts them into a state of fight or flight. Basically, it stresses out the nervous system. So once you can understand the 10 principles that we're going to share, it just becomes so much easier, and you work with your body rather than against it.
Can I just interject really quick?
Sure.
So you talking about that makes me think of whitewater rafting. So in a whitewater raft, you've got a team of people, like 10 people or whatever, but pretend you're in there by yourself and you're going down maybe a kayak. A kayak would be better than rafting.
I've done it in a kayak. I can picture that.
Because kayaking is a single person activity. So you're going down the river and you're working with the river to going around rocks and over waterfalls and around debris. But pretend you were trying to go the other direction.
Yeah.
So paddling up the stream, working as hard as you can, but not getting anywhere.
Yep.
To me, that's the same kind of thing visually that you're talking about with working with your body instead of trying to force your body to do something that is not going to happen.
Yeah.
And it just causes more stress and you're working really hard, but you're not getting anywhere.
Yeah.
So go with the flow instead of against.
Rather than seeing your body as an enemy and something you have to beat and conquer. So I've done it. I'll be the first to say, like I have done in the past where I would eat very minimally and I would exercise. I definitely overtrained.
Yeah.
I would exercise at least once a day, if not sometimes twice a day, hard, and get nowhere and keep gaining weight. Like it literally was the exact opposite of what I should have been doing. And it's so much the nature of just what people think. If a little's good, more is better.
Yeah.
Right? Or if I cut calories to this extent, then if I cut them a little more, that'll be even better.
Yeah.
And it's complete. One of the most toxic things that people do is color their hair. And my hand is up. I am guilty of this. I love to play with my hair color. I have for years. And now I love to cover my grays. The best non-toxic hair color that I have found is Polar Hair Care. It is easy. It applies like a shampoo. You only have to leave it on for 10 minutes. It lasts for about 6 weeks. And it doesn't have any of the harsh chemicals and all the nasty stuff in it. Plus, it's infused with reishi, macadamia, jojoba oil. So it leaves my hair feeling better and not dried out and abused. Use the code Debra6334. That's my name, Debra 6334. So if you go to polarhaircare.com/Deborah6334. You'll get an awesome discount off your order. Faults. So let's talk first about one of your favorite things, which is strength training.
Ooh, I do love strength training.
Yeah.
I would rather lift weights any day than run or bike or even go for a walk.
So I do love to take a walk because it just feels good to my body and my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I also love to strength train. Sometimes it takes me a little bit of, I have to talk myself into doing it. But once I'm in the process of doing it, I love it.
Yeah.
So optimally, you would strength train 3 to 4 days a week. That's kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you do?
Yeah.
So you don't have to do it for hours and hours. You can do 15 to 45 minutes, I think, is the sweet spot. If you're a beginner, less is more.
Yes,
right?
Sure.
Less is more. So I can, even now where I'm more advanced, I can get a really solid strength workout in 15 minutes if I'm not working my full body.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
so
you shouldn't work your full body every day.
No, well, we're doing 3 to 4 days a week. My personal favorite approach is, and that works with my schedule, is 3 days a week. And the first day and the last day out of those 3 days, I strength train full body.
Okay.
And it usually will take me 30 to 40 minutes. So I work on my upper body, I work on my lower body, I work on my core.
Okay.
And then the in-between day is leg day.
Leg day.
We get the most long-term benefits from working lower body, especially the glutes and the quads and the hamstrings, like that section between waist and knees. Longevity-wise, it serves us best. Mm-hmm. And also metabolism. Those are very hungry muscles, so they use a lot of calories.
They are extremely powerful muscles. You use them in pretty much every movement you do. So yeah, that's true.
So it helps a lot.
Yes.
How do you do yours? Or what's your preferred?
My preferred is to divide my body.
Okay.
So I do leg day, and sometimes I'll pair leg day with back or shoulders.
Mm-hmm. So back is the second most beneficial area.
Yes.
Yeah.
So trying to ramp those up.
Yeah.
And then I'll do a push day, which is triceps and chest. I did that last week and my triceps are still sore.
So you do push day for upper body, not lower body, because leg presses would be a pushing motion.
Yes.
Okay.
But you have your push muscles and your pull muscles. Mm-hmm. So your push muscles are chest and triceps.
Right.
And your pull muscles are your back and your biceps.
For upper body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I do my splits. I'll do legs, primarily push day with chest and triceps, and pull day with back and biceps. And your shoulders, they get worked out as well. So, all the time. So that's how I like to do my splits.
Okay. So you're usually at 3 days a week?
Yeah.
That's your preferred?
3 to 4. So I do want my legs stronger, so I throw in another leg day in there sometimes.
Yeah. But you should always have a full day of rest between strength training sessions for an area of the body.
Yes.
So that's how I can get, say I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is not what I do. I do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, because that's what works for my schedule. But I can do full body where I work my legs all 3 days, but I have a day between so they can recover.
Yes. You do have to have a recovery day.
Yeah.
You shouldn't work your legs every day unless you're doing different sections of your legs. Like you could do calves one day and you could do quads the next day and glutes the next day. But your whole leg, you got to give it a rest.
So that pulls us into point number 2 out of 10, which is rest days are non-negotiable.
True.
More is not better. Working smarter is better. And so without that proper recovery, your body just won't build muscle or even burn fat. It will go into breakdown. And recovery is where the magic happens. That's when muscles repair, hormones balance, and then inflammation calms down.
Yes. Yes, you have to have a rest day.
It can be, I'm going to say, an active recovery day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I will do, I will walk. I'm not walking for time or speed or distance, but I'll walk. So motion,
Yep.
or I'll do some stretching, but I'm not actively working.
Strength training.
Right.
Yeah. So if you're doing a strength training and say you like to cycle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like ride a bike or a stationary bike or whatever, you could do that on those recovery days.
Without much resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that you're just moving, or you could do some yoga, or you could do some tai chi, or some other action, some other motion to just keep moving.
But it will allow for that recovery.
Yeah.
So it's an active recovery.
Yep.
And then number 3 is high cortisol equals stored fat. So if your body is stuck in fight or flight mode, it will constantly produce cortisol, which is your stress hormone. So that signals your body to hold onto fat. That's where doing 2-a-days or working harder and being punishing to yourself in the gym absolutely works against you.
Yes.
Especially around the midsection.
Oh, yes.
Like that's where we see cortisol.
That's our stress fat.
Yeah. Never beat a dead horse. That saying has been around for a long time for a reason. People that are drinking energy drinks all day long just to stay functional, that's what they're doing. They are beating themselves up like they were a dead horse. We got to stop doing that. The only energy drink that I recommend to my clients is Update. It's clean energy without caffeine, so you don't have jitters and chaos and like the problems that caffeine causes in the body. And it also helps to give you focus and a clear mind. It's really the one I use and the one I recommend. To get a discount off of your order, go to drinkupdate.com and use the code DX2. That's D times 2. That's us. So drinkupdate.com, and then the code for your discount is DX2.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're a regular everyday person, you don't need to work out every day, twice a day, and you keep your stress levels low. And exercise is stress.
It's a good stress.
Yes, but it's still stress. It still does cause your cortisol to rise.
Yeah.
So if you are wearing a continuous glucose monitor, you'll see when you exercise, your glucose goes up.
Yeah.
Your cortisol is going up. It's a natural response.
And it's an appropriate physiological response.
Yes, but you don't want to cause that
to be stuck
there. Yeah.
So
that's good news.
Yeah.
Good information.
So then point number 4 is that chronic calorie cutting really kills your metabolism. So eating less than 1,200 calories a day, day in and day out, it might seem like a shortcut, but it ultimately slows down your metabolism and it burns your muscle, like it breaks down and uses your muscle rather than your fat. And it trains your body to store energy because your body goes into a state of never knowing what's coming. So it holds on to extra storage in case of famine.
Yes. So if you're chronically deficient in calories, that's what it does.
Yeah.
What if you vary your calories? So what if one day you eat 1,000 calories and the next day you eat 1,800 calories and the next day you eat 1,200 calories? Does that have the same effect on your body?
No, it does not. So that ultimately leads to what's called metabolic flexibility, which is really, really good. Just like with your muscles, like the more flexible you can be, the better you are. Same with your metabolism. So it has to learn that it can trust you, and then it will go with you. It will go with the flow.
Good.
Yeah.
So chronic calorie cutting,
right?
Not good. Varying your calories is good.
Yeah. So some people will go into cut mode. Mm-hmm. And some people will go into build mode. So people who are trying to cut, they're trying to cut the fat, and so they cut the calories. And they'll go, I'm going to say down, generally not lower than 1,200 calories, but they'll do that every day for like 12 weeks, sometimes 16 weeks. And that really leads to metabolic rigidity, I think. It's good to have a higher calorie day in there sometimes, a refeeding day.
That's a good way to
or
put
a
it.
maintenance day. So that kind of leads us to where, like, some people who are trying to chronically cut their calories go into point number 5, which is skipping meals. Okay. So skipping meals really can spike stress, that cortisol, and also spike your blood sugar. Intermittent fasting is one of those things that fits in this category. You've done intermittent fasting. I've done intermittent fasting. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I think intermittent fasting can be useful if you use it as a tool, not as the only way. I think there are different levels of intermittent fasting. You can go all day, but you don't want to go all day every day.
Right.
You don't want to do one meal a day every day. That's really hard on your system. So I think if you take one day a month and don't eat anything for 24 hours and then kind of like a reset, that's fine. But when you go without food chronically, like a lot, your body does just store and it does start working against you. So there are good ways to intermittent fast, and then there's excess.
Yeah. So I'll admit, like, as over the course of time, as I was trying all the different things to help with my weight and help with just some of the things that I had going on, I would learn about things, and then I am my own biggest experimenter.
Yes.
So I would try things. So I've gone where I would do a 16-8. So you fast for 16 hours, and then, like, usually overnight, you end eating at a certain time and then start eating the next day at a certain time, which is what we do anyway.
Pretty much.
Right?
Yes.
But I would deliberately fast for 16 hours, and then I would eat during an 8-hour window of the day. So I could fit in 3 meals easily within that 8 hours, and I could be well nourished, but allow my body the time to get the benefit of a little bit longer fast. The thing that I see people do chronically when it comes to that is a lot of people will say, oh, I skip breakfast so that I'm intermittent fasting. And really what they're doing is setting up their metabolism for failure, because breakfast to your body is worth gold. Lunch is worth silver. Supper is worth lead. So you literally turn a whole hormonal cascade of goodness on in your body when you have at least protein for breakfast. Ideally within 30 minutes, no more than 2 hours of when you wake up. I didn't always do that. I absolutely do that now. So if I do a 16-8 fast, that means I have breakfast. I might have an early dinner, and then I'm done eating at 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. So that a lot of people don't tend to do that because it is just easier to skip breakfast.
Socially, it's easier
Yes.
to eat dinner than skip dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But your body prefers that if you're going to do it. But I think that ultimately over time, the best type of fasting, intermittent fasting you're going to do would be what's called the circadian rhythm fast, because that's literally working with your body and its natural circadian rhythm.
Its own rhythm.
Yeah. So that's more of you fast for 13 hours overnight. Well, you finish dinner.
No late night snacking.
Don't eat during the night, and then you have breakfast in the morning. I see that people do best with that.
Interesting.
Hormonally and then metabolically as well.
So I have found that intermittent fasting, if you do it well and working with your body instead of just fighting to get one more hour out of your body, and then what you eat after, like when you start eating at the beginning of your 8 hours of a window of eating, makes a big difference. If I went and had a bagel with cream cheese to quote unquote break my fast and to start my eating window, not so great.
That's not what your body's looking for.
No, it might tell me that I want that. because it may want some carbs, but if I eat some protein, like some scrambled eggs or something like that, scrambled eggs and bacon, delicious for breakfast. And if I want some carbs, I can have a piece of toast after I'm done with my eggs and bacon. And that has a better effect on your body than a bagel with cream cheese.
So if you are going to incorporate intermittent fasting, it could be periodically. It doesn't need to be every day.
Yeah.
But you want to go into it well-nourished and come out of it well-nourished.
Yes.
So what you eat is your last meal before you start and your first meal when you end really, really matters.
Yeah.
And then if you are going to do a longer version, like a 24 or a 36 or 48-hour fast, I really recommend to people that they support themselves through it. So there are things you can consume that will help your body and not put you into breakdown, but you'll still get the benefits from a fast. So if you incorporate things like bone broth and mineral salt, it tastes amazing, but it also helps support your muscle so that it doesn't break down.
Yeah.
And then if you incorporate things like essential amino acids, it's the essential building blocks that your body needs to maintain your lean muscle, but it's kind of like pre-digested protein. So it doesn't pull you from a fast, it just supports you through it. So those are a couple of my biggest tools that I like to recommend people use while they do fast, if they go for a longer period.
Do you have a bone broth that you like?
You know, I have a couple. I try to always make bone broth, so I usually have some in my freezer, but I also always have, like, on my storage shelves, some organic sipping bone broth that I get from Costco. Like, it's literally Kirkland brand organic sipping bone broth.
Okay.
If you're buying one off the shelf like that, you want it to be as clean as possible, so organic is good. And if you look at the ingredients, it should have at least 9 grams of protein per serving.
Okay.
Because that shows that there's the collagen and the gelatin in there that is supporting you. Some of them you'll turn around and look at the back and there will be 2 grams of protein or 0 grams of protein. That's not actually broth and it's not actually going to help you. It's just flavor. And then there's one in powder form that I like. It actually comes from Isogenics.
Their bone broth is really good.
It's so good. Yeah. Like, I have used that through many a longer intermittent fast. I will always put some of my real salt in it, so I get those minerals that my body needs, and then those building blocks that are in the bone broth to support my body. But those are the 3 that I usually default to: my homemade, or the organic sipping bone broth from Costco, or the bone broth plus vitamin C. Yeah, from Isogenics.
That one is really good. I've had that one.
It's delicious. I love it. I love it.
It's like comfort in a cup.
Yep.
Okay, intermittent fasting. What's the next one?
So point number 6 is that a sluggish, congested, or stressed liver can stall fat loss. I actually want to say it almost 100% of the time will stall fat loss.
Why? Why would my liver being congested, why would that make a difference?
For one, your liver is your metabolic powerhouse. It really helps to detox hormones and process fat. It regulates your metabolism. I often will say that your liver is kind of like your body's filter. When you've got a clogged, junked up filter, nothing is going to work right after that. So if it's bogged down with toxins and inflammation, you'll really struggle to lose fat specifically.
Okay.
So supporting liver detoxification with good foods and supplements makes the fat loss easier, and then ultimately also improves your hormonal balance. So some of the foods that really are supportive to the liver are dandelion, milk thistle, cilantro.
Ooh, cilantro.
Yeah.
Those other 2 don't sound very good, but cilantro is awesome. Unless you're one of the soap people, cilantro.
Yeah. So cilantro is great. I always say with dandelion, you can get it in capsule form. I usually will have it, same with milk thistle. You can get it in capsule form, so you can take it as a supplement, but you can also get it as an herbal tea.
I do drink dandelion tea.
Yeah.
And it does have milk thistle in it. It's a liver detox tea. It's a pretty good.
Yeah. Because
pretty good.
Yours tastes good. So mine, like, I have straight dandelion and I have straight milk thistle, and they're kind of bitter.
They are bitters.
Yes, which your body needs, but I don't like the taste of it. So I put it with another kind of herbal tea that I like the flavor of that will mask those. So I will take them, I will drink it, but it tastes good to me.
Yeah, nice. That's what my liver detox one is. All of those. It's dandelion and milk thistle with some things that taste good. So
yeah,
that's why it tastes good.
So there's also a supplement called glutathione. Glutathione is kind of your master antioxidant, and it's one of the best things for detoxifying your liver.
Okay.
And you can take it, there's liquid form, there's capsule form, and there's one that I use from Optimal Health Systems. We can put a link here.
Theirs is delicious.
It's awesome. They're in little tablets that you put in water, and it like dissolves and effervesces, and then you drink it. And it tastes like juice. It's really, really nice.
Yes.
But it works so beautifully on detoxifying the liver.
Yeah, theirs is good.
One of the best ways also to detoxify the liver or support the liver is by using organ therapy. So think about taking liver to support the liver. Because the liver is kind of where a lot of toxins are stored, the type of liver you consume really matters. It needs to be from a good, clean animal with a good, clean liver. So one of the things that I like to recommend and that I personally do is I take grass-fed beef liver capsules.
Oh, good. In a capsule.
Yep. I'm not going to eat it. You can if you want to, but I'm not going to eat it. So I take those capsules every day, and Equip Foods is the kind that I use. They have a beautiful, clean, grass-fed source, and we have a discount code for that. You can go to equipfoods.com and then use the code D times 2. So DX2, and you can get a nice discount. So that reminds me, Equip Foods also has a beautiful collagen that you can use on your intermittent fasting periods. So that's what I will put a scoop of the collagen, that's grass-fed collagen. I'll put it in with my tea when I am intermittent fasting, and it doesn't have any flavor, so you just taste the tea, but it helps to support your lean muscle in your body and your gut, your joints, all of that thing, so that you don't go into breakdown. So it's good nutrients while you intermittent fast.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I like having tools to help me intermittent fast when I do it.
It makes it better. It supports me through it.
Okay.
Nice. You can also do things like a castor oil pack on your liver, but those foods or herbs, I guess, specifically, and then the glutathione are some of the most effective.
Good to know. Yeah. Clean up your liver.
So what about point number 7? Too much cardio can work against you.
Oh, that's so true.
Have you ever been a cardio queen?
No,
I have.
I have not, but I watch the cardio queens on the treadmill at the gym sometimes, and I just think if you're not training for a marathon,
yeah,
you don't need to be running that much.
So I've been one of them on the treadmill and on the elliptical. You know, you put in your hour and then you come every day all year long and your physique never shifts.
Yeah, never.
Yeah, you might be burning calories. It's only while you're working. You don't get any afterburn.
No, which is what weightlifting does.
Yeah, that strength training gives you the long tail on the burn, keeps the burn going.
Yeah.
So the other thing with too much cardio is that it stresses the adrenals and it spikes your cortisol, especially in already stressed out women.
Yeah.
Okay. So many women are already in adrenal burnout or adrenal fatigue, and then running with high cortisol. And it just makes that whole picture worse.
It does. Also, you can, if you think about your hormonal, if you're a woman and you think about your hormonal rhythm, sometimes of the month it's better to not run.
Right.
To not bike, to not do killer cardio, because that stresses your body out even more than it already is. So working with your hormones is also really important.
Yeah, because then there's the other time of the month where you're like, I got it. I'll go hard. I'll push hard. You've got more in the tank to give.
Yeah. So work with your body instead of stressing it.
Swap those daily cardio sessions for strength training and then walking on your other days. They're more effective for fat loss, and then ultimately also better for your nervous system, which settles down all of those stress hormones.
For sure. Yes. Yeah. Good point.
So point number 8 is one of I think, the biggest contributors because people take it for granted, and that is sleep. Bad sleep, poor sleep makes weight loss nearly impossible.
Your body has to recharge and repair.
Yep. And there are blood sugar things that happen during the night. There are hormonal things that happen during the night or while you're sleeping. Not everyone sleeps at night because of work schedules.
Right.
But when you're sleeping, things turn on and things turn off in the body. And then, like, if you get bad sleep, your cravings are sky high. Mm-hmm. It also, like, one night of bad sleep can make you more insulin resistant for the next 4 days.
Holy cow.
So then you're going to want all the carbs, especially the bad ones.
Yes.
And they're going to hit you harder. And then that's going to spike your cortisol. Like, it's a bad scene.
Yeah.
So, like, if you do nothing else, get some sleep. We've said that a time or two on this podcast.
Yes, I think we have.
It's a recurring thing.
Dr. Smith said that in episode number 2, prioritize sleep.
Yeah. So, and I'll say it this way, like, prioritize your sleep, like all of your results depend on it, because they do.
They do.
So point number 9 is obsessing over your weight loss, where you are, your body being stuck, looking at the numbers on the scale or your measurements, and really getting stuck in an obsessive cycle. That hyperfixation makes your body see your weight as a threat, and then your body feels unsafe to let go.
And then it protects itself by keeping all of the weight.
It becomes the most stubborn weight you've ever met in your life. Yeah. It will not budge. So it goes back to working with rather than fighting against your body. And I've seen people who will weigh themselves 12 times a day.
Oh my goodness.
That's beyond obsessive. That's beyond obsessed. Because, like, it's not going to get better as the day goes. The number's not going to go down as the day goes on because you're hopefully consuming food, you're consuming water. It's not that you're gaining fat over the course of the day.
Wait a minute. Just because the scale says at the end of the day, I'm 3 pounds heavier, it's not 3 pounds of fat?
No.
That would be insane if that were true.
Usually it's water in your system and food in your belly and your guts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whew, well, that's good to know.
So if you're a scale person, and I'll say I am, I try to make sure I weigh myself once a week because that's a good just kind of measure for me. Mm-hmm.
It's a good check-in. Once a week is a good check-in.
It's a good check-in. Every once in a while, I'll do twice a week if I'm really trying to, like, experiment with things and figure out if something's affecting me or helping me or not. Mm-hmm. Some people have a very bad relationship with the scale and they need to not weigh.
Yeah.
That's fine. I do think that keeping some type of measurement, whether it's how this pair of pants fits me, or if it's a tape measurement, or if it's a photo that you can look at objectively or send to somebody to look at objectively. I've done that with you.
Yes.
I've sent you pictures and you'll point things out. But obsessing over those numbers, whether it's a scale or your jeans or whatever, makes it a negative, bad thing on your body rather than just taking it as data.
The scale is one data point. How your pants fit is one data point. How much weight you lifted 1 week is one data point.
It's not the whole story. So then point number 10 is really to focus on hyper-nourishing your body.
What does that mean?
So not only eating more, but really specifically including vegetables in your diet, because vegetables have all the micronutrients.
Yes.
They have the good fiber. They have the good water content in them.
Vitamins and minerals.
Yeah. That's the micronutrients, if you want to get specific. But most women are not only underfed, they're undernourished. So when your body gets those micronutrients, those vitamins and minerals, those little things that are in there that it's been missing, especially from vegetables, it can finally convert food into usable energy. So your energy levels go up, and then it supports your detoxification pathways and helps to balance your hormones while also lowering inflammation. Like, it's all good.
Those are all great things.
Yeah. So trying to get in 7 or more servings of vegetables, thinking of leafy greens, the cruciferous veggies. Those are some of your favorites.
Broccoli and
Cauliflower.
Yes.
Yeah, the cruciferous.
Yep.
And then all the colorful veggies and the herbs.
Yes.
Herbs count too. So back to our cilantro and our milk thistle.
Cilantro and fresh basil and rosemary. Those are easy to get fresh at the store.
I have them in abundance in my garden right now. But getting those in, that really truly nourishes your cells. So then you naturally have more energy, you move more, you crave less, and you just feel better in your skin.
Yes, I would agree with that wholeheartedly. The more times I eat vegetables in a day, I just feel better. And I don't have those cravings for crackers or a bag of chips or...
Yep, it's because you've hit the micronutrients and then you're not trying to get the magnesium that's in the chocolate.
Yeah.
You already got the magnesium from your veggies.
Yeah.
So the goal isn't to eat less. It's to flood your body with what it actually wants. And that's when your metabolism will wake up. And fat loss almost just becomes a side effect of it. So bottom line, obsession leads to stress, and stress leads to being stuck. The real shift happens when you focus on healing, not shrinking.
I like that. I like that focus on healing, not shrinking. As you heal your body, it's going to take care of itself and get rid of all the things it doesn't need anyways.
It will find its happy place.
Our bodies are amazing at finding an equilibrium. So feed your body, treat your body well, and healing will lead to shrinking.
Yes. So you can't force your body into being lean. Mm-hmm. You really have to invite it. And that invitation looks like eating enough to fuel your metabolism and hypernourishing. Mm-hmm. It looks like strength training instead of doing really punishing cardio. And it looks like prioritizing rest and recovery and letting your nervous system heal, as well as supporting your liver and your hormone balance, and then letting go of the fear, control, and obsession.
I like that.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Yeah. When your body feels safe, it'll let go. It'll let go of what it doesn't need.
Yes.
It'll find its happy landing place.
Yes. I agree with that. Those are good points. Thank you.
You're welcome. So in closing, if you found anything beneficial from this episode, if you learned anything or think someone else could benefit from it, share it with them. We appreciate when you share it, and that helps us help more people. And then if you could leave us a review, it lets us know how we're doing. It lets us know you found us. You can let us know what you loved, what you'd like more of, or what you would like less. Just tell us what you think. We just love a review, and then that helps other people find us as well.
Yes, we'd appreciate that review. Thank you. And until next time, keep on rolling with a purpose.
See ya. Thanks for listening to the D Times 2 podcast with Denise and Deborah. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Be sure to subscribe and share it with someone who's ready to roll toward a more balanced life. Your support means the world to us. And just a quick note, we're sharing our own experiences and ideas, not professional advice. Always do your own research and talk to a qualified professional before making big decisions. Until next time, keep your wheel rolling strong.